All right, friends, thank you for watching Around the Area with Allie. We have a great event coming up on Friday here in Tupelo at the Cadence Bank Arena Winter Jam 2026. With us, Mr. Russ Lee of NewSong. They host it every year. So thank you for being with us on your day off. Tomorrow, Tupelo, Mississippi, y'all come here every year. Tell us what we can expect for Winter Jam 2026.
Well, it's an amazing year. We every year we prayerfully put this thing together and hope that the artists kind of all line up and find their place, and it's a good night from top to bottom. And this year is just extraordinary. And I've had several people tell me, we're two-thirds of the way through this thing. I've had several people say to me, "Hey, I think this may be the best year I've ever been to." So I think top to bottom, it's so strong. And ending the night with Chris Tomlin this year is perfect, especially in consideration of all the things our country's been through in the last few months. And just to end the night in worship as a community with excellence is extraordinary. So top to bottom, it's just a great night, and it's a fun experience
Because
too.
it's not
So
a ticketed event. It's $15 at the door. But like you said, you have Chris Tomlin, Matthew West, Katie Nicole. My my nephew, who's 21 years old and a St. Jude cancer survivor, he likes Hulvey, Hulvey. Is that how
oh
you
yeah,
say his
sure,
name?
yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah. Well, we all like Hovey. Let's be honest, and if
Okay.
we
See,
don't,
I need to know who Hulvey is. So I guess when I go tomorrow night, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit old school, but that's a really neat thing about Winter Jam, isn't it, sir? That you have the artists like, of course, y'all, new song, Chris Tomlin, Matthew West, but you also, it gives the new artist a chance to get on a bill with, longtime veterans and also in front of thousands of people at once.
well, we love introducing new artists to the Christian music audience. Over the years, we've had artists like Francesca Battistelli and For King and Country, for heaven's sake, and many others who've gone on and really made this a career, and who felt like this was their calling, and are still doing it. But we have some artists that folks have never heard of, and they're going to hear of. They're going to hear about them. So we find artists that we see the potential, and we go, hey, people need to know who this is. And this year's artists are extraordinary. Jeremy Rosado is one of the best live singers I've ever heard, and I've been here a minute. I've heard lots of great singers, and that young man is extraordinary vocally, but also just a great heart and a powerful ministry. Cliff Preston's one of the best songwriters you've never heard of, and he's one of the lights up artists. And then the Heath brothers are they've got an extraordinary ministry. Their harmonies are amazing. You get to hear all that, but they've been doing schools for several years. They will do 60 or 70 school assemblies a year and having great success. And they're great at what they
Right.
do.
It's a great um, opportunity, like you said, to witness and to worship. And you also give people the chance to accept Jesus because the gospel message is presented. And really, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Well, for us, it is. That's New Song's heart. And for us, music is a tremendous tool to get close to the hearts of people so that we can talk to them about what's most important. And it's always been New Song's heart. And so it's always been Winter Jam's heart, because we started Winter Jam many years ago with a desire to bring the community of faith together and to give folks the opportunity to come to an event like this one at the arena.
So tomorrow night, Winter Jam, of course, in Tupelo. Y'all have been here many, many times. Of course, it's Elvis's birthplace. And I have to ask you, do you have a favorite Elvis song? He had a lot
Well,
of them.
Well, you know what? It's hard. I'm an Elvis fan, so
Well, me too.
I grew up in Tennessee. I'm from East Tennessee, and so I grew up in Tennessee, and so I grew up, and my mother was a huge Elvis Presley fan. My father was a little jealous of Elvis because my mother was such a huge Elvis Presley fan. But that was a lot of young men in those days.
Right.
Um, I really enjoyed hearing him get close to the microphone and sing songs like "Love Me Tender" or "Without Him." Some of those songs that are just
Right.
really almost him in a microphone. You know what I mean? All the other stuff's extraordinary,
Right.
but it's those moments where you really get to hear the quality of his voice, and get to really hear his heart.
He brings a lot of people to Tupelo, but there'll be a lot tomorrow night. Winter Jam 2026. Mr. Russ Lee, thank you so much for talking to us. And thank you, viewers, for watching Around the Area with Allie, your destination for good news.